Why do I need a bed when I can't sleep? Don't get no rest. Don't need no pillow for my head. Can't count no sheep. So
Hello, and welcome to a welcome back episode for my show. Timeout Talk here with me, JaoT. I've been gone for a while. It's been a hot ass minute. It's been like 2 years since I've made a show. That's a lot been going on. I don't know what to say, man. The world is crazy. I mean, you got Joe Exotic, you got COVID, you got, none of this have anything to do with why I stopped. Honestly, I just let it go, man. I just let it go. I don't know why. I started on a whim. Like, I just woke up one morning and was like, I'm gonna go record this shit. I'm gonna put it on YouTube, make a show. I did it, and then I got to like episode 5, and then I did the same thing. It just stopped on a whim. This season, I'm not going to stop on a whim. I'm going to make sure I make it through my full, what I've decided is going to be 8-episode season. I already got all my topics lined up. I got maybe some guests that I'm going to have come in and talk with me. But I definitely failed last season. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a little failure every now and then. You know? But that's actually what the topic is going to be about today. The topic for today is going to be failure. So how I came to deciding on this was going to be the topic is I was sitting with a group of people, and I'm rubbing my face because just thinking about sitting with a group of people hurts me. It pains me inside. I'm such an introvert. I don't know. I was a little bit uncomfortable, but I kind of worked my way through it. I'm trying to be better and be more social. Tangent over. But so I was sitting with this group of people, and they were talking about what was it, secret fears. What's your secret fear? If you have a secret fear, drop it down in the comment section. I'd love to talk about it with as many of you as possible. I mean, we can chat about it. I can maybe bring it up in another episode and mention you and discuss it a little bit and how I view it. But secret fear, if you have one, drop it in the comment section. But they were talking about all their secret fears, and it kind of had me thinking about like daytime TV shows, where they have like these crazy phobias, like people are afraid of clowns and spiders, and people are talking about they're afraid of heights and being alone and growing old and this, that, and this, that. But for me, I was sitting there listening like, damn, what am I going to say? Because I don't think there's anything like I'm outrageously, like secretly afraid of. I was like, what's dangerous? Lions. Like, hell yeah, I'm afraid of a lion if that bitch is in my face about to eat me. But I mean, I'm not just walking around afraid that a lion's around every corner. It's a lion over here. I'm good. But I mean, yeah, if it's in my face, I'm afraid of a lion. But it's not like a secret fear. I mean, who the fuck isn't going to be afraid of a lion in their face? So, I mean, I started thinking of it a different way. I was like, hey, so what don't I like to happen to me? First thing I thought was I don't like to be hit. Don't hit me. I don't like that shit. We're going to fight. But no. I was like, no, I'm not really afraid of being hit, though. Sometimes I look forward to it. I wish you would hit me. But no, I'm not afraid of being hit. I'm not afraid of a fight. And I thought of second thing that came to my mind was failure. So I was thinking, failure. Well, I fail sometimes. I'm not really afraid of it. But for some reason, that stuck in my mind. I think my mind was trying to take me somewhere. So I just started following it as these people talking, and this like thought is in the back of my mind, and swirling around, making waves and shit in my body. But yeah, so failure, I was like, well, I fail sometimes. I'm not afraid of failure. But what is it? What is it about failure that has it stuck on my brain right now? Well, damn, I am afraid of failure. It's like, but how? Well, here's a twist. So I am afraid. My secret fear, I'm going to tell you, don't use it against me. My secret fear is giving 100% of everything that I have, like giving it my all and going my hardest. That's my secret fear. That sounds like one of those questions they ask you in an interview, like, what is your biggest flaw? My biggest flaw is that I work too hard. But no, my secret fear has a little twist. So I'm afraid of giving everything that I have and then failing. Because that would be like a fucking blow to your ego, right? Like a real hard blow. If you gave everything you had, you gave 100%, and it just wasn't good enough. Wouldn't that shit hurt? I think that shit would hurt. I don't know. And the reason I don't know, I sat and thought about this shit. It went through my mind. I thought about my childhood. I thought about me when I was in late elementary. I thought about me in middle school, in high school, teenage years, graduation, college, blah, 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 military, work, all that shit. And I was like, I've never, ever, have you ever? I have never given 100%. It's kind of a shame to say. I'm mildly embarrassed to say that I've never given everything I've had into anything. Never given 100%. School, no. Never. Never gave 100% in school. Work, never. Never given 100% in work. My hobbies, music, video, like, I'm like thinking of all these things. Athletics, sports, basketball, football. I've never given 100%. And I always perform like at the fucking top of the top. Like, people that know me like know that I'm like, I mean, I don't want not to brag on myself, but you know, I'm always a top performer. I'm always performing like at a top, a head above my peers, because that's how I like it. Like, I like to be looked at as someone that's, you know, smart and great and does awesome things. So I do that, but I've never given 100%. I can't think of a single time in my life where I've given 100% into anything. Like I said, it's really sad to say it. It sounds worse saying it out loud, but those were the thoughts that went through my mind, and I had to figure out why. Well, because I don't want to give 100% and fail, and that's like an excuse, right? So I fail, say I fail at something, which it's not like it doesn't happen. I fail at stuff. I do great at a shit ton of things, and you know, some stuff I fail at. I try and I fail, and I feel like when I do fail, that's like an excuse for me. Like, oh well, I didn't give it everything I had. If I gave it 100%, then I probably could have, you know, just stroking my fucking ego, letting it be the little bitch that it is. Ego, get the fuck out of here. But I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like that. I think like that. And I think that if we all look inside ourselves, if we all go deep within, I think we would all probably realize probably the same thing that I realized about myself, is that a lot of people are afraid of giving 100%. And a lot of people are afraid of failure. First of all, I think a lot of people are really afraid of failure in a way that I'm not, like just failing at anything. But I think a lot more of us are afraid of giving everything that you have and not succeeding in something. And I think that I'm great. Like, maybe I'm afraid of how great I am. And I mean that seriously. I said it a little facetiously, but if anybody's seen the movie Coach Carter, and you know, Coach Carter is like asking these guys, the basketball movie with Samuel Jackson, if you haven't seen it, it's a great movie. One of my favorites, actually. He's like asking this player, like, hey, what is your deepest fear? What is your deepest fear? What is your deepest fear? And then somewhere like towards the end of the movie, the guy like comes with this quote that I don't know where the fuck he got it from. I probably should have looked into it, but I didn't. But he's like, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. That sticks with me. I mean, obviously I just remember that shit, and I didn't have to look it up before I recorded this. I've seen the movie like 12 times too, so that kind of helps. But our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. And I was like, damn, you know, maybe that's me. Like, I believe that the human body, the human consciousness, the human mind, the human is capable of so much more than we give ourselves credit for. We're capable of like what people would consider miracles. We are capable of creating these miracles, of creating this thing, of putting it into the world. We are capable of creation. And I believe that we're afraid of that we don't understand that we fear that we, you know, kind of don't fully accept it. And it kind of takes other people kind of getting on the train and doing these things before we like fully even believe that we're capable of it. I know, like my dad, he has this thing that he says, and he said most of my life, and it's kind of the same. It's not kind of, it is the exact same attitude I have when I see people do things. If you can do it, I can do it. You know, my pops once said, there's nothing another man can do that I can't do, and I truly believe that. Drop something in the comment section that you think I can't do, and I'm gonna be like, I can do it. You know, it may take me 10 years of training, of meditation, of learning, of schooling, or whatever the fuck ever it may take me, but I believe that there's nothing another man can do that I can't do. And I don't mean just man as in a male, I mean like humankind. There's nothing anybody, for me at least, I don't know what pops man, but for me, it's like, I don't believe there's anything anybody can do that I can't do. I know there are limitations to our bodies and limitations to this and limitations to that. Your perceived limitations, I mean, I have the same limitations as you. I believe that I'm personally limitless. I just need to learn how to tap into that shit. But my point really is, we can't let the fears that we have hinder us from trying things. And I try to do that for myself. Like I try not to let any fear that I have for anything kind of stop me from doing anything. Like I said, I try things all the time and I fail all the time. So my fear of failure usually doesn't stop me from doing things. It does stop me from giving 100%. And that is something that I'm working on in myself with I've been starting with little, smaller things, trying to give 100% into smaller things and letting that build up to bigger things to where I can give 100% into something, truly valuable, truly important, truly impactful to myself and to other people. But it's hard. It's hard to change the ways that we have. Just because it's hard doesn't mean we should not do it. Doesn't mean we should let that be a reason and something that stops us from doing something that we want to do. If you have a desire to be an artist, open a business, be a dancer, be a writer, be whatever, you're going to have people telling you can't do it. You're going to have people telling you your limitations. You're going to have all these excuses and these reasons and these fears for not doing it day after day after day. And it's going to be on you ultimately on whether or not you do it. If you let the fear of people laughing at you, or the fear of failure, the fear of putting yourself into something and failing, stop you from doing it. You've already failed. That's a failure in itself. If you letting it stop you, you are failing constantly. You want to do something and you're not doing it for like little reasons or whatever you want to call it, and you letting something stop you, then you are failing. That is a daily fail. I would rather try something and fail than fail not trying something. Does that make sense? I don't know if I said that in the right way. But like I said, everybody has their different fears and their different failure experiences. I'd like to know about some of you guys' failures and experiences. So if you have some weird secret fear, drop that joint in the comment section. I'd love to read it. I'd love to talk about it. If you have any experiences with failure and how failure stopped you and how you look at failure in your life and how you've overcome failure or anything like that regarding failure, drop that in the comment section too. Like I said, I really I want to initiate conversation. I want to initiate thought in people. I want to make this season more about connecting with people and understanding people and getting people to think. I think last season I talked about, make somebody smarter than you think. If you're not the smartest person in the room, make that smart person think. You could change the world. But I'd like this season to be about making everybody think. Me personally, I want to make y'all think about some of the things you're doing, some of the things you could be doing, some of the things we all could be doing, some of the things that could go on together cohesively to make the world a better place. And I ain't trying to change the world. I just want to change one person. Don't let anything stop you from doing something that you want to do. Don't let the fear of failure especially, stop you from doing what you want to do. There's that old quote that everybody uses on their fucking Facebook and Instagram and all that type of shit. The whole if you shoot for the moon, then even if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars. It's kind of corny and shit now, but is it wrong though? It's not wrong. I mean, if you're gonna sit here and tell me that you don't have any fears and there's nothing holding you back and there's stuff that you want to do, but your reasons are legitimate, then time the fuck out. You need to get it together. You need to start being more realistic with yourself. Fall out of denial. You in denial is what you're in. If there's something that you truly want to do, be working towards it. If you're not at least working towards it or working towards doing something about the reasons that's keeping you from doing it, then you're failing. You're failing every day. You're failing every day that you're not doing what you love and what you want to do. Do something to work towards your love and your dream or whatever it is that you're trying to get accomplished every day. That's what I try to do anyway. I know where I want to be in 30 years and I try to make every day a small piece of me getting towards that goal. Because I don't want to fail. I don't want to fail every day. I don't like to fail, as this episode is about. But like I said, thank you for watching this my welcome back episode of Timeout Talks here with me, JaoT. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. I'd like to know your opinion of what I talked about here either way. So drop those comments in the comment section. And what was the other thing? Subscribe and share. And I'll see you next week. Okay, let me try this again.
Why do I need a bed when I can't sleep? Don't get no rest. Don't need no pillow for my head. Can't count no sheep, so kill them dead. What's different about tonight is I got you here by my side. So I lay down and close my eyes. But anxiety is where I reside. All I wanna know is how does everyone feel safe? The only safe I feel is crushing my chest. I take a pill, I can't be saved. Don't need no cape, cause on my back's a fucking ape. On my shoulder is an 8-ball, cause I'm nothing like y'all. I'm a turd, so I'm expecting to get pulled on. I'm a bird on a handle, I'm sorry if I ever flew off. Can't control my emotions, this feeling ain't so remote. Can't get off of this island, the irony, it's a boat. I should get out of bed, take some meds that'll clear my head. I'm hanging by a thread and wishing it was a rope. Whole body feel the pressure in the lead trench coat. Get upset with my girl, keep checking, she won't let it go. I'm upset that the world don't see what I won't even show. I'm upset with these pills for not pushing away the pain. Upset with my tears for not turning into the rain. I'm upset at this moment that these shades don't hide the crying. Upset with my homies, like why you niggas keep on dying. I'm upset that when I dream I relive the tragedies. Upset that no amount of praying never brought me peace. Memories of every hand that was raised in aggression beat like my ancestors that was raised in oppression. They mind like the slaves really never learned a lesson. Prayed to the same God that sent the slave masters blessings. So used to the weight, I almost crave massive pressure. Crater in the cemetery, I'm in grave mass depression. Grave mass depression, I'm in grave mass depression. As I lay on my back in the drive, balls of light, feeling nice skies. Body measured to the pavement, pit of my stomach aching and blurry to my weary eyes. Phone laying by my head, hear my brother voices said. Don't really know what to say, hope you live through the day, couldn't take to see you dead. It's hard to explain this feeling when the cause that your life are dealing are really straight like a flush, but you could paint like a brush, your brains over the ceiling. I'm just dairy on the shelf, living past my expiration well. Should've been drinking 8, I'm past my pretty day. I got this spoiled milk smell. That's sitting on my lap, loaded. That not paid back, I owed it. Thinking about my friend and how we sculpted his end, thoughts pushed out the back, loaded. How can the body feel pain from mental anguish? So people understand, don't gotta put it in language when the air around you actually has weight. Gravity pulls on you more, it's hard to stand straight. So I just lay. So I just lay. And I lay. And I lay. Hey, hey. So I just lay. So I just lay. And I lay. And I lay.